You're here with Gordon and Samantha, and we're joined by the very talented local Andrea Barnett. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Now, we want to talk about everything that you've done in your past, but not everything, actually.
Well, maybe let's save some stuff
creatively.
Yeah, I think my husband's listening, so don't go there.
We'll keep to the creative part. But we will talk about your album launch, which is coming up next week.
Please.
Yeah.
I'll be staging my new CD called Seeking Me, Finding We at the Park Hotel in Watton Street next Thursday night. So 6:30 start.
Yeah, so come along. That hotel is turning out to be a real good source of live music.
It's been fantastic for the area. It's a lovely place to just go and enjoy a drink and a meal, but they also do support local arts.
Yes.
So
this is great.
Yeah.
So we've got that, and we'll mention it again towards the end so people don't forget.
Yes,
but
please.
Let's find out about you. Where did you study?
Well, I didn't do any formal study with music apart from when I was growing up. I learned classical piano.
Oh, right.
And in my early 20s, when I was at university doing an arts degree but not in music, I started writing songs.
Yep.
And I needed a voice to be able to sing them. So I started to just take singing lessons here and there. And my singing teacher discovered that I could play the piano, and she kind of put me onto that path of accompanying myself. It was a lot different to classical piano. I write, I guess, modern type, folky type songs. But we got there, and I've been doing that for a long time, as well as singing in other bands on and off. And doing other sorts of jobs too to earn a living.
As all creatives
yes.
do. But you did some cabaret type shows at one point?
Yes, I've done all sorts of performances in my time. I used to do a residency in Collingwood many years ago at a little cafe called Cafe Bohemio. And I've done a show at the Melbourne Fringe. I went on to record my first album, Loose Ends, which I've brought in today to play a couple of songs from. The new album is not ready until maybe tomorw or maybe
we don't
Monday.
Want to spoil the surprise.
No, that's right.
Yeah, the launch.
Yes.
You have to go and hear the songs. Yep.
And I did that with a friend who's a recording producer, and then since moving to this area, I've done a fair bit of work helped along by the local council, who have supported me in various endeavours and in local festivals. Yeah. And I've also performed in country towns and that sort of thing around Victoria, regional area. So, yes, I've only in the last couple of years I've left a day job, an office job to do this on a more serious level.
Well, I think a lot of creatives at some point, don't they, think, well, I've either got to try it full time,
yes,
or it's just I've got to sort of acknowledge that it's just a hobby.
Well, that's right. It's never been just a hobby for me. I keep coming back to it, and then I keep going away from it and want the security of office work or whatever
job.
Sort of other work, salaried work, but it's just such a strong pull for me to keep doing this, and I just made an agreement with my partner that I would be supported to do this now, and it's borne fruit. So I'm very happy.
So the ideal situation is that the office job is the hobby.
Yes.
Well, yes. Yeah.
That you just
I don't know that I would be going in just off my own bat without the salary behind it to just go and do my little computer work where I was working.
Yeah.
That's the job that actually brought me out to this area to live here.
Oh, okay.
I used to work for the Electoral Commission.
Yeah.
And I did that went through 3 elections with them. Yeah. So, but it's been great to be able to work on what I really want to do.
Yeah,
Yes.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And so you're a classically trained pianist.
Pianist, yes.
Is there any other instruments you play?
Oh, I played violin in high school,
Right.
but I haven't touched one since. I did enjoy it, but it's very hard to sing and play violin at the same time, so it's not really a useful instrument in my original songs.
Right, so most of your songs are piano-based.
Yes,
Right.
they are. The CD that we're playing today from Loose Ends has several musical arrangements in it. It's a fully produced CD with various other musical arrangements. My new CD is actually an acoustic album of just me and piano.
Right.
So
Unplugged.
that's
I think they call it.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Or not very much plugged. There's still some technology involved, but essentially it's an acoustic album.
So when you go to record it, did you know of a producer that you wanted to work with? Or?
No, I recorded Loose Ends with a very good friend.
Right.
But he has a lot of other stuff on his plate, and in the end with this album I decided to go with someone outside.
Right.
And I looked around and I found a very nice fellow in Broadmeadows who has his own studio. So we worked on it. He's got an upright piano, which I got used to during the time there, and
You worked.
no, we turned out well. It turned out very well. We ended up working quite well together, and that's very important, that you can feel comfortable and supported in that sort of environment.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Especially if there's only two of you.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
And the songs are where do you write them from? Where do you find the inspiration?
Well, that's an interesting question. The idea for the CD, Seeking Me, Finding We, came from a show that I did at the Cultural Centre. The council invited me to do a show there in 2015. It was a wonderful experience. And I did songs from my first album, Loose Ends, in the first section. And then in the second set, I did more recently written songs from living in Wyndham and being more settled in my life. And the two different sets had a very different feel about them. The Loose Ends songs primarily I wrote them in my 20s, and they come from a young person's outlook on life, and they ask a lot of questions, and there's a lot of unresolved things, and it's more of a who am I, what am I here to do, who's going to love me, what am I going to do with my life type perspective. So a more introspective viewpoint. And then the more recent songs are they are looking out at issues from a more settled focus, looking at community, celebrating that, looking at issues in society, looking at the environment and the problems that we have with that. So that's what gave me the idea for this acoustic album, which is essentially taking 5 songs from Loose Ends and rearranging them, and then 5 newer songs, and sort of bridging that gap between looking for yourself and actually finding yourself in the bigger picture. Okay. So that's kind of the theme behind it. Yeah.
Great. Well, why don't we listen to one from Loose Ends? Cool. You've chosen
Dear Steve. This is a little ballad of unrequited love.
Oh,
yeah.
We've all got those.
Is your husband's name Steve?
No.
Oh.
No, Steve is long gone. I think Steve lives in America now or something.
Well, he's got a song. That's all he needs.
Does, yeah.
You can't complain.
Yeah.
Now, whenever we play a CD, there's always we cross our fingers and hope that something happens.
Great technology here will work. So let's give it a whirl.
Dear Steve, I had to write 'cause you've gone away with your girlfriend, and that's okay, but you didn't say goodbye, and I consider myself a close friend, the kind of friend you should always call if you were going away with your girlfriend. That's all. Hey Steve, I'd better add, I'm not trying to send you on a guilt trip. You're not obliged, you have your life. But if I told you when you're gone I miss you, if you knew that, I'm sure you'd call. So next time, please remember that I miss you, that's all. Hey Stephen, just one more thing please. Don't think for a moment I've got motives. We're just good friends. You and I, the kind of friends no girlfriend could ever compete with. Why her, not me? Why her, not me? When I look at you and I see me, and if you looked at me right, you'd see just where you need to be. Soulmates indeed, pure harmony, our own symphony. All night I bleed, all night I bleed, all night I bleed. Hey Steve, yeah, it's been a while. I swear I wrote to you weeks ago, just that I forgot to post it. Well, anyway, I just heard yesterday, so let me shake your hand, you married man, and I'll be on my way. No, I can't stay, maybe I'll see you around someday.
And we're back, Book, Stage and Screen, where we talk about all things book, stage and screen, and we're talking stage, and we've actually got Steve on the line now for his his rebuttal to that song. So Steve, are you happy with
I didn't know you were listening,
Tracked him down.
Steve.
Didn't take long
All
on
the way
Facebook.
over in Michigan or Wisconsin or
How
wherever you
dare you?
I don't know. I wouldn't mind a song written about me. That's forever out there.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's a compliment.
So that's pressure on me now to come up with a song, Dear Samantha.
Yes, it is.
We're married.
Let's have it
We're
by
married,
next
so-
week.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week I want a song.
We are.
He might be calling on you, Andrew, for a bit of help. He has no idea. Beautiful. So now let's talk about, we're going to talk about your launch. So tell us again when that's happening.
Oh, okay, so it's next Thursday, so today week, the 30th of March, and it's on at 6:30 p.m. At the Park Hotel in the back room there. So I'm hoping to get as much of a local crowd along as I can. It has been designed primarily as a Wyndham event. I've been supported by the Wyndham Community Cultural Foundation in this endeavour, recording the CD and holding the launch in Werribee. They've given me some money towards that, so it would be fantastic to see a big local crowd. Yeah.
Exactly. Go on down. There's plenty of drinks there. If somebody wants to
there are drinks.
indulge in a little bit
There
of...
may be some free nibbles on the
Ooh.
tables too.
Oh, hello. There you go. You have all the creative community.
Yeah, I'm just organising that.
And so you're live. You'll have your piano there.
Yeah, it'll just be me and my piano on the evening, and come and say hello.
And the same you'll be playing live the same.
I
same
will.
Arrangements as on the album.
as the new CD. Yes.
And people can buy it there.
They certainly can, and it's a special launch price on the night. It's not going to be too much money just a $10 donation. And we just wanted this to be a really good event, so that's the main aim of the evening.
And so you once you have the album launch, where do you hope to tour later or go to some festivals?
I do hope that. I'm going to look into venues in Greater Melbourne and the regional area of Victoria, and I might be looking at staging it as more of a cabaret show with more storyline behind the songs at some point.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. I'd like
yeah.
to hear that. Yeah. Wonderful.
So,
well,
yeah.
we'll have to keep in contact and find out about that and when it's up and running.
Please, yes. Yeah, well, you can follow me on Facebook. It's Andrea Barnett Music, all one word, and I've got the launch event on the page, Seeking Me, Finding We. So you can express your interest in coming along to that if you like, or just give me a like. That would be fantastic. Yeah, can never have too many of those.
Social media is all about
That's
like,
right.
like.
Yeah.
We're all desperate for likes.
Yeah, we are. Well, we are. It's just the human condition, I think.
Well, congratulations. It's wonderful. I mean, it's a great thing that you can have. What, 12 songs is it, did you say?
10 songs. Yeah.
10.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, Gordon's going to try and come up with one next week, so I doubt he'll do it.
There's
So
a Village People song about Samantha, actually.
Oh, there
from
is
what I
actually.
can
Yes, that's
remember.
true.
Yeah.
So
I'll do a
10
cover.
songs. That's fantastic. Well
Lovely.
done. So congratulations on that. Congratulations on the. We know it's going to be a great night. Go down there and support
Thank
some
you.
local
Yes.
talent.
Please come along.
Yes, and congratulations again. And
Much appreciated.
no problem. Thanks for joining us here.